What if I told you that there's a plastic object that looks like a defective piece of Swiss cheese and was once listed by Time magazine as one of the 50 worst inventions of all time? Would you believe me? Welcome to the bizarre and absurdly successful story of Crocs. This is the kind of shoe people would rather be caught wearing pajamas to the grocery store than putting on their feet. Yet, somehow, almost all of us now own at least one pair hiding somewhere in our closet. The story begins in 2002, when three friends were sailing in the Caribbean and discovered a special type of foam resin. Instead of saying, "My God, this thing is offensively ugly," they thought, "This thing is waterproof, odor-resistant, and we're going to get rich." And so Crocs was born. The first human weakness they exploited was simple. People are willing to sacrifice their dignity for comfort. When Crocs first appeared at a boat show in Florida, they sold out all 200 pairs immediately. Not because they were beautiful. It was because boaters realized that not slipping and not smelling their own feet was a remarkable privilege.
The real irony is that their painfully ugly appearance became their most powerful marketing weapon. Crocs never tried to look fashionable. They embraced their role as the outsider of the fashion world. While the world screamed, "These things are disgusting!" Crocs simply smiled and replied, "Sure, we're ugly, but your feet are thanking us." But don't think the journey of these hole-filled plastic shoes was all sunshine and success. In 2008, Crocs nearly went bankrupt after posting losses of around $200 million. What was the problem? They accidentally made a product that was too durable. Thanks to their closed-cell cross-light material, bacteria couldn't penetrate them, and they practically never wore out. Customers bought one pair and wore it for 5 years, saturating the market because nobody needed a second pair. Then another psychological masterstroke saved them. Gibbets, tiny plastic charms that snap into the shoe's holes. Crocs transformed a practical shoe into a colorful personal billboard. They were no longer selling shoes. They were selling self-expression through tiny pieces of plastic. Suddenly, both kids and adults were fighting over $5 charms to decorate their $50 shoes. That's business genius, turning a one-time purchase into an expensive collecting hobby. The turning point that transformed Crocs into a fashion icon was the rise of ironic fashion. When luxury brands like Balenciaga started selling platform Crocs for $850, the world officially lost its mind. Celebrities began wearing Crocs on red carpets to prove they were too cool to care about the rules. The line between so bad it's unacceptable and so bad it's art turned out to be incredibly thin. Crocs won because they understood a crucial truth. In the social media era, controversy is often more valuable than praise. They turned an aesthetic flaw into a symbol of freedom and rebellion. So here's the real question. Do you wear Crocs because they're comfortable, or because your brain finally surrendered to one of the most persistent marketing campaigns ever created? If this ugly fashion trend ever ends, would you be brave enough to throw away your old pair? Or would you keep them as a souvenir from the era when humanity collectively decided, who needs beauty when your feet are wrapped in clouds of plastic? Crocs' future remains bright as long as humans stay lazy and continue arguing on the internet. And you, what's the next Gibbets charm you're planning to buy? Or are you still part of the anti-Crocs crowd, while secretly wishing you had a pair every time you take out the trash?